What is going on, guys? This is XpoZe, and today I have a video for you guys with a pretty good gameplay. We are playing on Hijacked Hardpoint. It is not my current team, but me and Revan are a team of two. For those of you who don't know Revan, he's been a caster on a lot of different organizations as far as Apex. He was also a caster on, I forget what the Slayers maybe? I don't think it was Slayers. It was something along those lines. But he also does the MLG stream every weekend for the most part. Maybe not every weekend, but he does it an awful lot. So anytime you tune into COD on the MLG stream during the week or weekend, you'll see him on it. But we are a team of two. We're looking for 2 players. Now, the players that we have been looking for are 2 players that have traveled to an event, and when I say an event, I don't mean a local event. I don't mean an event in their state. I mean they had to physically get on a plane and go to. And a lot of you are probably like, well, I've never been to it, but doesn't mean I can't go, or I've never gone to an event with a plane, but I have a car. See, this is what our logic is, and this is what I kind of want to touch base on this video. Before I do get into that next step, I do want to talk about the gameplay. This gameplay is kind of slow off the start for me. I do not really bad, but I don't do so hot off the start. As you can see, I'm using an AR, but once I pull out the PDW, I go in. So I do hope you like this gameplay. But back to what I was saying. The main reason why we're saying we need a players who do fly is because, one, you can't drive over to Europe. So if we do plan on attending EGL, which I can almost guarantee you we will, we do plan on getting into an organization that will support us, but we also need players who, just in case we can't get that organization, can support themselves, but also don't have to worry about their parents saying, no, you can't go here, or no, you can't go there. Me and Revan are older players, so I don't know how much left he plans on playing for, but as far as a competitive standpoint, I know I only plan on playing probably Black Ops 2, and that is it, and then I am done, and I will just be focused on YouTube. But if that's not the case, if Black Ops 2 somehow blows up and becomes one of the biggest console first-person shooters in esports of all time, then I will definitely continue to pursue this game and continue to play this game at a competitive level. I also might try to pioneer and become and get a job in the scene of Call of Duty or even of MLG, whether it's MLG or it's Razer or something. I would like to do something like that. But the reason, like I was saying back on topic, about the whole plane thing is, one, you can't drive over to Europe because there's obviously a big thing called the ocean in between the United States and any country in Europe. So that's one thing for me. Another thing for flying is we don't want a teammate. Just imagine this, okay? Now UMG is this weekend. I will not be attending UMG. Revan will not be attending UMG. It's just family time. It's near Christmas. Not to mention New Year's is right around the corner. So going to UMG and being stuck out there for most of that stuff when all my friends are home, not to mention all my family is visiting, it's just really not fair to them. It's not fair to me, and the dates were a little off. Now, obviously, I understand their point of, well, kids got Christmas money. More kids are going to be able to come because they're on the break. That's great, and I do agree with that at some point. But you also got to understand that it's really, for some people, there's just nothing you can do, and it's just an event that you can't go to. It's just not possible. So that's the reason why I'm not going. But let's take in, for instance, UMG this weekend. You have been playing with the team. It was me and you on a team, and we've been playing for the past, I don't know, let's say 4 or 5 months. Now we're getting ready for the MLG season. We're getting ready for UMG. And we got these 2 teammates that we don't know much about other than playing with them, and since we picked them up before that, we didn't know anything about them. We know what we heard, and that was it. But we got UMG coming up this weekend. We're like, okay, let's get ready. It's about 2 days till UMG. I can't wait. I'm so pumped. We're going to play well. We've been practicing. We've been scrimming. We've been grinding hard, trying to get everything situated. And then today or tomorrow, one of those people who haven't flown to a major event or haven't flown out of state or even gone to a gaming event outside of their local lands says, well, I can't go because my mom won't let me, or my plane ticket won't they come up with some excuse, my cat ran away or something like that. Believe me. And we've heard a excuse, my cat had babies. And I also heard an excuse, my refrigerator broke, so I can't come. Believe me, I've heard these excuses. This all happened before. Right before the event, people cancel it. And what it does is, it puts, everybody else on the team in a really bad spot, but it puts you in a bad spot. Because now you spent all this money on buying airfare, on paying for a hotel, on whether you took off work for it, or you took off school for it, or whatever it may be. You put yourself on the line there. Because now you put all this time and effort in and wasted your time for the past 4 or 5 months preparing for this event to either not being able to go because you can't find a pickup fourth, or going with a pickup fourth who honestly just wouldn't be as good as if you had a regular fourth that you've been playing with non-stop. So honestly, it's a situation that you guys got to understand from a personal perspective and put it in your own mind and think about it. Before I get into the next topic, I want to show you guys. I do go in right here. Everybody here down in this bottom basement dies, so I'm left to pretty much fend for myself and try to do something. As you can see, Revan, and they both get 2-pieced, but it's like I have to do it all on my own. And bam, bam, bam. Finally got the 3-piece. But anyways, that don't matter. I just wanted to pretty much touch base on that because a lot of people, when me and Revan had posted on Twitter, they were like, well, I don't understand. How come you want only people who have flown? What happens if I could drive there? What happens if that? And we got a lot of shit for it. And I'm really not sure as to why. Because, one, it's our team that we are starting. Like, if you wanted a team with someone who didn't fly, or if you wanted to be a part of a different team, then go to a different team. There's no reason to talk shit. Now, I understand people want to play with Revan, or people want to play with me. That's a given. And a lot of people gave us criticism, like, you're only asking for pros. Now, if you look deep down into this match that we're playing right now, this Cyclone kid, his name is Exhaust. I don't know if any of you guys know him as Exhaust, or if know him, period. But he's not a pro by any means. So it's not just pros or people that placed high at events, or even people we necessarily know. I mean, if we know you, we're going to probably run with you over someone that we don't know. But for the most part, it's not pros. It's really not just pros. Now, if a pro hits us up, yes, we will run with them, and we will probably pick them up over an AM player. Now, Foreplay made a really good video about people saying, like, how come people are assholes or pros are assholes. And he just made the best point. Pros aren't assholes, people are assholes. So the pros that you guys might be wanting a team with might be assholes. Some of them might not be. They just don't know how to handle saying no. You gotta understand that. Now, I know how to say no, and I don't want to come off as an asshole when I say this, or cocky, but if there's a pro player who has proven himself already, I'd much rather team with him over an AM player that I am uncertain about. That's the same thing with the whole plane thing. I'd much rather team with someone who I know can travel rather than putting my trust in someone I have no idea about whether they can or not. So you just got to understand it from that point. Does that mean we won't give any amateurs or AMs a shot? No, absolutely not. Everybody deserves one. I know the struggle. I went from being a pro right off the start of my career to kind of being an amateur for a little bit. I guess you could say I'm still kind of on that spit, but I'm playing at a pro level. So I just want to kind of touch base on that. Like, don't take offense if any of the pros don't want to team with you right off the start, or don't want to run with you. That's just, sometimes that's just the case, and you're going to have to live with it. It's like anything in the world, man. It's not just gaming, it's like anything in the world, and I'm sorry for that. Not all pros are like me. Not all pros are like Foreplay. Not all pros are like other pros. I mean, there's some that are just like dickheads, like you guys heard. But there are some guys that are like, you know what, I'll give this guy a shot, or I'll do this, or I'll do that with this amateur player. And it's just like, you got to pick and choose. and you got to make sure that you are picking the ones that you want to rise, the ones that you want to be known as one of the favorite pros in the community. Because if you don't do that, then the wrong people are going to be put at the top, and I guarantee you that's something that you do not want. But I do appreciate you guys watching this video. I do appreciate you guys listening to me vent a little bit. That's pretty much all I did. I don't know if I gave you guys any kind of advice here or give you any life morals. I really highly doubt I did. But if I did, great. If not, sorry. Please check out my stream. It's in the twitch.tv/XpoZe. Make sure you check out everything. And I do love you. Peace.